Yo, what's up, guys? Luke Callahan of the Disc Golf Kid here. I am joined with Disc Golf Dad. We are going to do some commentary for the 2022 United States Disc Golf Championships doubles. I played with Abel Boyd. This is the biggest disc golf tournament in the world, doubles wise, for amateurs.
Absolutely.
One of the biggest amateur tournaments in the world, even not including doubles. We had 120 teams out here, and that's after a bunch of people dropped out due to the hurricane. It's a big event. We had a lot of fun getting to play the Winthrop Arena course with all the ropes up. This was a day or two before the pro tournament started. So round one was at Winthrop. Round two was Camp Canaan, because actual round one got canceled due to Hurricane Ian. But my dad and I are just going to run through this video, show you guys a bunch of quick shots. We have all of this recorded on a phone because we were not planning on doing this entire video, but we ended up having enough shots, at least one from every tee shot and putt. So we threw together this video. We think you guys are really going to like it, and you guys can see how the winning team from 2022 USDGC doubles ended up taking down the W. Dad, did I miss anything?
Yeah, no, all I would add is what I would preface on the front end. The video is not great. I was trying to, be a combination of a spotter, a videographer, but then also just like a dad that was trying to watch and not stare at my phone the whole time. So please don't, in the comments, critique the video. We have almost all of the shots, but not all. And then the only other thing is if you see like the screen go from regular landscape to up and down, it's because Abel's dad was videoing some. So if I didn't have a clip and we tried to use a clip he videoed, we kind of pieced it together. The point is we're going to bounce through this pretty quick, but we were super thrilled, obviously, once Luke got the win, that now we actually have almost every single shot from the whole tournament of Luke and Abel taking it down. So without further ado, let's just jump right in right now. We're here at Winthrop, and here, let's go. Luke, start us off on hole one.
Yeah, so this is the first shot of the tournament. I'm not going to talk much about every shot, but Abel did just not throw the greatest shot. It was about 50 degrees, so I was very nervous on that shot. Thankfully, hit the Mandos. That was the main goal, and gave us about a 40-footer here, putting for birdie on the first hole. Abel's a little low.
And we don't always show the misses, but I actually kept this in the edit because y'all were a little nervous. It's 50 degrees. It's sopping wet everywhere. It was a rough start.
Yeah, it was real cold and rainy, especially because we haven't experienced that weather in a long time since last winter. This is hole two, brand new hole to Winthrop. I don't know if you guys have seen the video I did a couple of days ago showing all the new changes. If you haven't, make sure to go check that out after this video. But it's a long par three up the hill. I kind of clipped a tree, and we had this long putt for birdie. And Abel almost drains it. Barely hits the chains on the right side. I airballed, so we're not even going to show it. Hole three is a brand new par four / par five. It's very, very tricky to birdie. Abel puts one out in the fairway. I don't think we even show my shot. Yeah, because mine was pretty bad. So for a lot of these shots, we're just going to show the ones we take. Here we actually get to see catch cam and the regular angle because my dad and Abel's dad filmed. And this is a great roller by Abel. It's kind of hard to tell on the video, but that is a really technical shot in some thick, wet grass. We ended up getting a par from there. Moving on to hole four, the gauntlet hole. A tight gap, super tunnel shot, and Abel pured it right up the middle. And that was huge for us because we were even par through three, so that one gave us a little momentum. But unfortunately, Abel missed this putt. So I'm not trying to throw him under the bus, but this is a big moment for us, sitting even through three holes, and I have to make a 25-footer for birdie. Thankfully, I do. That one, it could have gotten ugly if I missed that one.
That was
but
good
here we're
to
going
get
to see
on
our
the board.
first vertical video. This is hole five. Abel's trying to lay down a roller with a heat. Unfortunately, this flipped and went OB right. My shot was a safe forehand to inbounds, but since my dad was spotting down there, we don't have the footage from that shot, so you're just watching Abel's shot.
Hey, and this is probably a good opportunity right on this shot just to say Abel was going first every shot. So like he had a perfect shot here. We're not showing it just because we're showing the one you played from, but he kept freeing you up to get really aggressive, and that was just a good example.
Yeah, Abel and I have a game plan every time we play doubles, and most of the time, especially at a court like this, it is Abel going first, and I go for the super aggressive play. And that was pretty frustrating. I'm not gonna lie. We just gotten our first birdie, thought we were about to get another one, and Abel threw a pretty great shot that skipped off of this thick, wet grass and then trickled OB, and he was OB by just a couple inches.
So you're on this shot. I'm sure you're going to go way right and just play it safe.
Well, there's no reason to do that because we had a tap-in par still, but I was definitely trying to put this about 25 feet right, and it slipped out really early and still hit inbounds and skipped and rolled out. But that wasn't a great shot, so I can't be too mad.
It's now, just as painful to see the second time, isn't it?
It really is hard to watch. Abel absolutely parks the beach. That's about a 15-footer. And we're just going to pretend that I was putting first on this one.
Good job.
Tap in birdie. It's a great shot from Abel. Good team golf. And then hole 7. This one looks really good out of his hand. It really, even watching it back, I think that probably had a really good chance of going in the hole.
Oh, for sure.
If it just barely got it.
It was just starting to fade. It would have been close to metal.
He still did make the triple mando. This is where his drive landed. He's got about a 25-footer for birdie here, and he drains it. That was a nice putt for us. Hole 8 is a tricky par 4, actually. Abel is ripping a nice drive. Again, my dad was down there spotting, so we don't have videos of my drive, but I believe we took Abel's shot anyways. So
you guys were close, but he had the better angle over there to the right.
Yeah. Now, he's trying to lay down a roller here to hold this hillside, and just does not flip quite enough. That is a putt for our par because I kind of shanked it forehand, I'm not going to lie. Now, hole 9, probably the easiest hole on the course. Actually, not probably, it is. It's a pretty routine hyzer for most players. Abel puts us about 30 feet. I don't even remember what I did, I'm not going to lie.
You got aggressive and went just a little bit long.
Okay.
Yeah, because he was already right there inside circle.
Yeah, so we got this circle's edge straddle putt, and Abel drills that one. That was another huge putt for us, because I do not like low ceiling straddle putts. I'm going to be the first to say it. Hole 10 is one of the first holes where our strategy really shows. Abel's going first, laying up to the left side. He's giving us a really solid look at birdie, and then I'm going to throw a nuke, and I'm going to try and clear all of the OB and get us an eagle putt.
I'm so glad you said that, because that's why I kept both shots, was just to show that. Like, without Abel putting it so perfect, I mean, maybe you still go for it. You slipped that out early and still got there. You were throwing really far this week. But Abel is the one that freed you up. I didn't want to just show your shot without, showing what got you there.
Yeah, so these are our eagle putts. Abel went first, barely missed, and then we're not going to talk about my putt afterwards. We will just say we got a birdie. So this is hole 11 from my drive. We don't have footage of it. And then absolutely pinned the approach shot. That one felt super good.
Yeah. I love your reaction. Well, I don't want to spoil it. To this drive. You can talk through it.
Yeah, so I'm not going to lie. I will be the first to say I thought I shanked that out of my hand. If I was blindfolded and I was just feeling the release, it felt awful. Somehow, I think we had a little left to right wind, and it just kept turning the whole way. Got really lucky, honestly, but it left us this really short 350-foot approach shot into hole 12, which if you've ever played the hole, you know that's a really good drive. And somehow we both left 45-footers. Abel, I'm not going to lie, he airballed his long, which I don't want to throw him under the bus. I'm just saying that is why this putt is so not aggressive. I did not want to go over that hill and 3-putt for us, so
let me do the apology. This was hole 13. I missed the entire hole. This is a tap-in putt for par. My bad.
Hole 13's awful anyways. They didn't want to see it, so that's all you need to know. Now, hole 14, pretty easy par 3. We don't have my drive, but this is Abel's drive. I think we took his anyways. We both kind of didn't really commit, bailed out right, inbounds, easy par.
Easy par.
And then 15, Abel slips this out really early. I know I had a little bit of issues, but Abel was also having a lot of issues with the wet tee pads, these turf tee pads, in an early morning tee time. And so he just slipped a little there. This is our shot to get up and down for par because I missed the mando right after him. And Abel's tapping in for our par right there. Yep. So I think we're 6 under at this point, which
All I know that you might want to set the stage for is you guys were 2 or 3 strokes back, and everybody was jammed up towards the top. So, like,
Yeah,
at this point in round 1, you only have 3 holes left. You needed to step on it.
yeah. So hole 16 is a hole I was struggling with all week, I'm not going to lie, and Abel absolutely pured it. That shot was so good.
Yeah.
Gave us about a 25-footer for birdie that he ended up making. Now, again, not throwing Abel under the bus, but it's crucial for the thought process of me on the tee box here. But Abel had just missed hole 17, the island, right in front of me. So now I have a lot of pressure here to put this one inbounds. I'm just thinking throw it harder than I think I need to because I always come up short. And I put it inbounds about 30 to 35 feet, would you say?
I'd say 30 to 35, and I kept this putt also just because I wanted to show just how close those hay bales are. I mean, that putt barely goes over the cage and goes OB.
Yeah, they're really close this year, and this is the safer basket location. There's another location where the hay bales are about 2 or 3 feet away that the pros had to play this week. So now I just looked at scores walking down the fairway here. This putt was to take the solo lead going into our last hole, and so that one just felt super good. With Abel OB, I'm trying not to put it OB long, but then I'm also trying to make it. So to put that one right in the middle felt amazing.
Here, Abel's already safe, and you got to just rip a driver?
Yeah, Abel threw a mid-range perfect right in the middle of the fairway. I threw that really low, honestly, barely cleared that hill, and I think it actually landed out of bounds and cut rolled back in, so a little bit of luck there for us. But left us right around 250 into the pin, and Abel pured this shot. It looks early from this angle, but if you've ever played the hole, you kind of have to early release that shot. That basket is so far left.
And this is only about a 15-footer. It just kind of looks far from this angle, I believe.
Yeah, this was a pretty close putt. So that's tap in birdie. We ended up shooting 9 under round 1 at Winthrop. We were winning by 2 going into the final round at Camp Cannon Disc Golf Course. And this was team 50% Funk, Caleb and Nolan. They were super nice guys, and it was really cool to have an all-junior card.
So you guys had a 2-stroke lead on them, and I think a 3-stroke lead on a couple other groups that were maybe stacked up?
I think there was one more team tied with them on Chase card, and then there was 1-6 and some 5s. But really, it was just our card and Chase card that was in the mix, is what it felt like.
And not to talk over DJ, heck yeah, there, but this course gave y'all a little bit of trouble last year, so I know you guys were heading into it wanting to get a little redemption.
Yeah, last year we ended up losing this tournament on this course. Didn't really shoot a great final round, actually very poor, 5 under par, and it was an easier layout last year. So we were coming into this round trying to get some revenge. Abel just absolutely pured it on hole 1. That one really calmed me down because when he's right in the middle of the fairway, I got nothing to worry about. So this is us trying to get up and down for birdie. I threw a big flip up buzz. I think we were about 330 feet away. Put us about 40 feet.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you can tell, but Abel was picking up the mini before the disc was in the basket there. That one was pretty funny. Hole 2 is kind of a weird hole. It's a big horseshoe. It's a short little hyzer off the tee, and then another short little hyzer. If I remember correctly, I don't think we have. Oh, we do. For some reason, I thought we didn't have these second shots. But
well, we don't have good angles because that would have been cool if I was videoing.
Abel ended up putting it about 13 feet away, but I'm on one knee and then one leg fully extended because of that hillside, just making it a slightly awkward putt.
And there's your disc halfway down the hill.
So this hole is one where we didn't take Abel's shot. This actually hit a tree and went OB, and then I threw a forehand up the middle, got a little lucky, and put it about 5 feet away.
Yeah, easy birdie.
So this hole, Abel had just thrown a good shot, turned over a little too much, was probably 80 to 90 feet away. And so I kind of sank in the woods left.
I was going to say, yours gets all the way through. They can't tell from the camera, and just to go quick, because I knew this was going, you flick in from 120, so you guys still get the birdie. And then on the very next hole, as you're watching, Abel leaves this about 50 feet left, So you just flicked in from 120 a second ago, and now this happens.
Yeah, this putt, it's kind of hard to see the angle here. You can see Abel straddling out. This felt borderline unmakeable in the moment, and then Abel just absolutely dead centers it. That putt was so sick, especially right after I throw in. It just felt like we had the easy win at this point. Abel, this hole's kind of weird. We don't have my shot. He hits a tree right in the middle of the fairway. We're scrambling. Now, this putt is for par after we had just birdied the first 5 in a row. Abel misses slightly right. I have a putt. This is what, 40, 45 feet? Somewhere
Right
there?
around there, and you had hit the same first available in the middle of the fairway he did. Y'all had thrown, you had thrown, I think, one of y'all had thrown a great upshot to even get here. That's how bad your lie was.
Yeah, we did not have a great shot. And then, I don't know if you can hear, Abel said, nice putt right out of my hand. We both thought I made that one. And just barely an inch low. So now this is for our bogey. And the other team birdied. So that's a 2-stroke swing. You know, we have a comfortable lead, but that's a big momentum shift. Very next hole is 450 with a big water carry. Abel's ripping his nuke, and he's about pin high, just 70 feet right. And this shot was totally blind. Can't see the basket at all. Abel chucks in an Annie putt, and he knew that one was in right out of his hand too. That was so awesome. I was hyped about that one.
I don't know if they can hear on the audio. He says that's in right when he throws it.
This is hole 8. Really weird hole. Honestly, it's brand new to this year. This is actually my tee shot that we're taking, but we didn't have it on video. Forehand to get us about it's 30-footer.
That was so close.
Straight up the hill. And normally I'm not a straddle putter, but it was just so straight uphill. I felt like I didn't have a good lie with my normal putting stance, so I tried to go to a straddle putt just to make sure to get my footing.
Well, at least when you straddle putt, you never miss low, though.
That's true. Never ever. All right, hole 9. We both shanked our shots. We did actually end up taking Abel's right there. Mine kicked into the river. So now we have 250 to try and get up and down for par.
That was
and
so
we do
good
not have
right
a good
there.
line. Abel threw a great shot just to get us to about a 30-footer up there. I kind of shanked mine after that. So this is us for par on hole 9.
And
that was huge just because we didn't want to take 2 bogeys in our last 4 holes.
And this is a tougher stretch of the course, or at least for the years y'all have played this tournament, this is a tough stretch of holes for you guys.
Yeah, this stretch has had some history with us. We have not played this stretch well, so coming into it, the confidence levels were not super high after all these shanked shots.
And this
was
was
trying to throw in for par. Abel had already laid up, so
yeah,
I was throwing a forehand trying to give it a run.
It was a par 4, so kind of out of position, but did still save the par.
Yeah, no, we ended up bogeying that one.
Did you bogey again?
Yeah, we bogeyed that
I did not remember that.
This hole is super weird. That's actually a great shot from Abel just to give us a 50-footer. He kind of airballed that one and had a 50-foot comebacker because it is straight drop-off. So I laid up to about a 15-footer, not the best layup, but I just didn't want to roll away. So tap in the par there and move on to hole 12.
Hey, and I only kept this clip because I thought it was interesting that the plan was if he laid up, you'd go over the river, and then you guys decided to go over the river anyway, which I thought was cool.
Yeah, we walked up there to look at it, and we were thinking it's an easy par from Abel's. Even if I do the layup, it's not a guarantee that we get a birdie. And I have good confidence in this shot. I've actually gotten over the water every time I've tried it. So we figured, why not? It would be huge for our confidence. Let's try and get us an eagle here. And I barely got over that chair by about an inch or two. And this is our putt for eagle now on this par 4. You might remember this hole. It's the one Yuli ended up throwing in for birdie from the tee pad. Really sick hole, and it's super fun to play.
And this is the first of a trend I think everybody will see of very obstructed putts. Not that you guys couldn't have played this back 9 better. You obviously could have, but you were either inside circle or right around it a lot. And so I kind of showed, you'll see quite a few misses here on the back nine, but I just wanted to show just how hard some of those, like, results were.
Yeah, I mean, we had almost no swing, and I have a big putting motion, so I was trying to just get a lot of spin there. Didn't really work. This is Abel's drive that we're showing, but we ended up taking mine. I just pushed through the fairway, and then we had to putt out to here. I ended up doing something aggressive, and it didn't work, so we're taking this putt out, trying to get up and down for par. I put that one about 25 feet away, just a little long left. And Abel actually had missed this putt, and now we're watching scores. We're tied up for the lead.
Oh,
so
wow.
that putt felt really good to make, and I really needed that one for my confidence.
Hard par 5 here?
I would not say hard, actually. This is one of the easier holes on the course, in my opinion.
Okay.
It feels at least like a must birdie, but it's all placement shots. There's not really an aggressive line. You can't really eagle the hole. You kind of just have to keep going 250, 250, 250, and then make your putt for birdie. So Abel gives us a great layup there. Now we have this to get up and down for birdie. Pretty obstructed, but we are only 200 feet away, would you say?
That sounds right. And I don't know if I kept the putt, so I'll just take this opportunity to say that was parked and you guys tapped it in.
Yeah, tap in birdie. Moving on. This is another par 5, hole 15. This one is really easy. Abel's trying to just put one in the fairway down there. Barely misses, so I try and lay up, and I go too far. So now we have to take this shot barely off the fairway and try and save our birdie. And Abel throws a great layup there. We end up taking that one because I went aggressive. And I throw this shot to get... I think this landed about 30, 35 feet.
Yeah, but again, it actually landed about 10 feet, and I was down there catch camming, and it took the weirdest roll I've seen from a forehand and rolled like backspin, like a golf ball, back into those bushes. It was crazy.
Yeah, so we ended up both missing that putt. That putt was to get us the solo lead. We are still tied up now, and I feel like I should mention the team we're tied with is not the team on our card. They're from third card, actually, so they're constantly 2 holes in front of us, so we can see what they've been doing. This is our putt for birdie. I want you to look at the staircase in the way.
Talk about obstructions. It was just like every possible break.
I mean, we're 7 or 8 feet from the pole, and we have a borderline unmakeable putt. I tried to turbo putt. So now we're losing by 1 now. The other team is in the clubhouse, beating us by 1. We have 2 holes to go. But this hole is almost unbirdieable. I mean, I felt like I threw a great shot there. It goes 90 degrees left, and we just have this super obstructed 60-footer with no real look at the basket.
It might have been, it probably felt like 60 to you. It was about 40, 45, but it was just dead. Like, you just couldn't get the disc up to the basket.
Yeah, Abel, I don't even know how he got the disc high enough to have a chance to go in. I would like everyone to go to this course and try and putt from there and see if you can get the disc above the basket. Mine missed just low right. So now we're going into 18. We have to birdie this to tie.
You're down 1.
Yeah. I'm going first here. The play was Abel goes first every time. I was feeling it. I said, Abel, let me go first. I'll put it close. You get an ace run. Abel's really good at ace runs, so I figured why not give him a chance to get us a walk-off for the win. This hole's about 250, but with OB everywhere, it's really scary. I put mine about 15 feet away, so now Abel's trying to ace run this for the walk-off win.
And hey, take this opportunity to set up the next video, which will be the playoff, because I think this video cuts off pretty abruptly right after he ace runs this.
Yeah, so first of all, thank you guys so much for watching. Second of all, we are going to be uploading the full playoff video. It was a 3-hole playoff. We have every single shot from that playoff.
Spoiler alert, they make the putt.
Yes, we do make that putt and force the playoff, but make sure to go watch the playoff video when that is uploaded. It should be just a day after this, roughly. Really hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this. And thank you guys for watching. Dad, did I miss anything?
Nope, that's it. Peace out.